Matthew, in Matthew chapter 5, let me go back over there. Matthew chapter 5, where we just at. Here we go. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. I'm here to bring this to pass. I'm here to bring the law and the prophets to pass. Notice that word destroy is another Greek word. It's kataluo. Now, the word luo means to loose. And the word kata means down. And it literally means to allow something to be lessened. Okay? So now get this. He says, I've not come to destroy. I've not come to lessen the law and the prophets. The law and the prophets still stood. Why? Because the law was God's will. It was his will that you have no other gods before him. It's his will that you do not steal. It's his will that you do not bear false witness. It is his will. See, that's his will. People look at it, oh, the law, it's evil, it's terrible. No, Paul said the law is perfect. It's the people that are evil. So we have to look at this and see what he was saying. He said, I didn't come to remove the law from you. I came to show you what it's like to fulfill the law. Everything he did, he fulfilled the law. There are so many scriptures, things that we don't even a lot of times look at even now. But there were things he did that was the fulfillment of the law. And he was showing, because see what the Pharisees accused him of doing was violating the law. He never violated the law. He violated their interpretation of it. That's what we have to be on guard about. That we don't have an interpretation that even Jesus would violate. Does that make sense? So all I'm saying is this. If Jesus said, this day is this scripture fulfilled, then he was saying, I'm doing that. And actually, we could, if we were here an hour or two more on this topic, then we could get into, the different, in the Greek, they have the voice and the case and the tense and all that kind of stuff. And you start looking at it, and even that word fulfilled means that it is, it's funny because it looks like it stops, fulfilled, bam. But it literally means it is fulfilled to the degree that now it's kicking into full gear and it will continue on. Amen. So whenever he said, don't think I've come to destroy the law or to lessen it or to remove it. No, I've come to fulfill it. I've come to bring it to pass. I've come to fulfill God's will. That's why he said, I always do what is pleasing to God. He said, I always do his will. Isn't that right? So everything he was doing was his will. God's will doesn't change. God's will can't change because God doesn't change. If it was ever his will to heal, it'll always be his will to heal. Matter of fact, from the very beginning in Genesis chapter 17, you see one of the first healings, and then you go all the way to the book of the Revelation, and it says even the trees in heaven produce leaves for the healing of the nations. So all the way to the end of the book, there's healing. There's not a period in between where there's no healing. If there is a time when you don't see healing happening, it's because people do not believe God and have faith in him for it to happen. But it does not mean it's not God's will for it to happen. Does that make sense?